Hey guys, Nick Novak back here for another video on the HSR, day 11 of 50. Yesterday we started our entrance project. If you haven't watched that, go watch part 1. We'll finish it up today. I'll kind of give you guys a debrief of what we're doing. So our fence currently has been a straight shot and then it angles over. But I want to do a straight shot for a couple of reasons. I named those reasons in the last video, so go take a look at that. I'll give you a second right now. Okay, so today what we're going to plan on doing is we need to pull out that H-brace post over there. We'll pull out that post and that post. We'll move those two H-brace posts right here for the H-brace on this fence and put that big post next to that other post that's already in the ground. So we need to pull those out. And then once we get those completely done, we'll be able to start stringing wire from the old fence over to the new one. So it's gonna take a little bit of a while because I'm doing it by myself, but that's fine. We got to get it finished today because as soon as I pull those posts out, the wire is gonna be down and those calves will get out so I need to finish, basically, in simple terms. So let's get after it. We'll get this wire pulled off of these posts and get them pulled out here. First big hole is dug for the H-brace on this side. Got all the posts pulled out here. Now I'm gonna walk back to the Jeep, grab the Jeep, pull it over here, make sure we have the tamper, make sure we have the drill, some rebar, make sure we have everything to get that H-brace put together. All right, so we got the first post in, second post is in, but it's not tamped yet, which is how I like to do it. So what I like to do is wherever I want my pipe at, which I go about belly waist, we'll drill a hole, we'll tamp a piece of rebar into it, then put the pipe up to it, and wherever the pipe lands that's level with this post over here, I'll do the same thing. I'll put a piece of rebar in there, tamp it tight, and then that way I know I'm level with my pipe when you look at it from the road. But also I know that these are going to be in a straight line, so that when we're pulling off these posts, we're not pulling these H-braces out of the ground. It's almost dead. Perfect timing. So now that we're level, we'll come down to this front side and look. Okay, it's off a little bit, so I'm gonna push it over in the hole a little. First, I'm gonna level to make sure we're level here. Yep, so the post needs to go over in the hole. Before we wrap it, I wanna show you guys how I do it. So what I do is I use my chainsaw. I cut into the wood post. I make a semicircle around the bottom and the top of that post. The reason I do it this way, it's always going down towards the post you're pulling on, because when that fence is being stretched, it's wanting to pull the post this way. But since we have that wire coming this way, it's pulling the post, it's wanting to pull that post up. So it basically, what it does is it cancels each other out. And this is the way I've been doing it. I've been building fence for about 4 years now. I did it full time for 2.5 years before we moved out here. And anyways, I'll quit rambling about that, but I wanted to kind of explain to you guys why we do that. So I'll show you guys how we do it and show you how we wrap it. My blade's a little dull. I've had the same blade for probably 2 years and I just keep sharpening it. But I think before we cut the tops off these posts, we'll just go ahead and buy a new one. But next, we grab this number 9 wire, which it's a mess. I don't even remember the last time I've used this number 9 wire. Okay, so when I wrap my number 9 wire, what I like to do is I'd like to put the wire I'm tying on the opposite side of where the cows are gonna be at. So I'll go around, put the wire in my divots that I cut out with my chainsaw, and I'm just gonna wrap around the post and put it inside those holes. And I always wrap twice. Tying it goes, you just wrap both ends together and you just want to try to wrap as tight as possible. I try to get at least 3 wraps all the way around. I'm very known for cutting wire way too short all the time, which is kind of a pain. Okay, there's one. Just like that, we're tied on. So as you can see, it's a little loose, but that's fine, because when I wrap it with my piece of pipe, you will see it come up. And like this stuff right here, as soon as I start tightening it, I'll push it up and slam it in there. I usually like to go a little bit deeper, but like I said, my chainsaw blade was so dull. Okay, I just got her tight. I went ahead and threw a staple on each side of that just to hold it. The way I like to see that it's tight is you kick it, it doesn't really bounce. So some people take those out. It literally just makes the wire loose. I keep it in, it keeps it tight. And if you have to, if it starts to get loose on you, take off the 3rd wire that's in the way of it and just tie it up again. I mean, it's pretty simple. I just leave it and it looks very uniform. It looks like just like a nice little H brace. So what I do after that is I put more dirt around the bases. I tamp it really good one more time. Then I mound it up. So then if it does rain and water comes off those posts, the idea is it kind of slips off the post and onto the ground, so it doesn't make a big hole where the post is at. Time for a break. But first, because I know if I go inside, I won't want to come back out. Horses are almost out of water. I'm gonna start filling their water and set a timer. So I have to come back outside and finish. Because them calves can still get out. There's still openings everywhere. So I need to get one more wire on before I can at least call it quits for a little bit. We just got the last hole dug for this H brace on this side to go back towards the house. Got my little helper with me. Say hi, Willa. She's at mommy school right now, so she's taking a little break. Mommy school. So let's get this H brace in. It's the exact same process as that one over there. I won't bore you guys with it. I'll snap my fingers and it'll be done. Let me step back here. She's done. Okay, the hard part's done. Now, the part that's gonna be annoying is getting these wires over this new fence. So, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna tie this bottom one on first, over here. Then we'll grab the next one, bring it over, so on and so forth, so that, yeah, I don't really know how this is gonna work, but I think my first game plan is to get the bottom two on, and we might staple those, and then, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Let's just see what happens. What I'm gonna do is put the top one on first and then work our way down. And I know it's gonna be more of a pain to throw it over, but my idea is, in the past, it's always easier to start at the top when you're doing your wires and work your way down, measuring wise. And so that's what I'm gonna do on this one. We'll see what happens. It shouldn't be too bad, to be honest with you. First thing I wanna get done is I wanna measure out where my wire's gonna go before I do anything, all the way down. What I'm gonna do now is pull it tight to start. So I'll just make it to where I can get it on. We'll stretch it tight a few times. That should work right there. What did I tell you guys? I'm the king of cutting stuff too short. So this top one will be wrapped once. You won't even be able to tell unless you're looking at it. I'm fine putting it like this. So let's get this wire tight on there. We're tight. Pop it off. We'll walk down here to the bottom. Put some of these posts in. Like I said, I remember I marked it with my button on my shirt, so I'll know where they go. I'm gonna put these probably 1, 2, 3 in right now. Top wire's on. We just put on the bottom. Let's go staple it. I'm tired. This is just a short little stretch, but I'm tired of walking back and forth. But I made a mistake. So I was gonna start from top to bottom, like I said. So I put this one over here in a second. But over there, when I got over there, I decided I want to do the bottom one, and I must have forgot I put it over here. So I went ahead and tightened it. It's completely tight. I put a staple in. I'm just gonna undo this right here and move it down. All right, y'all, let's get the 4th wire and get it up. Epic time lapse. I don't know how long it's gonna be, probably a little while, so hang on tight. Now what I do is go down, put a staple in, hold it in place. I'll grab the last wire and put it up, but I'll do that on my own. I'll flick my fingers again and it'll be done. How about that? All right, guys, it's done. Sorry, I am
but you know what they can't censor?
I was listening to the Tucker Carlson show while I was hammering these. But we got them up, all 5. Really wasn't too bad. It's hot, but I'll go through and chop these tops off so they're all the same length. But now I need to go check on our fall and spring cows, but I need to figure out how to get something in this gap. So I think what I'm gonna do is just park the Jeep right there and put that gate up and see if I can't just rig it up to where I can come back later tonight when it's not so hot and get it put back together. Jeez. So we got it rigged up decent. They shouldn't get out. There's 1 wire up right there. I'm so tired, I said screw it, and if they get out I'll put them back in, but it's so hot I don't think they're gonna move, and I'll be back pretty quick. So if they get out, they shouldn't get too far, but I think they aren't gonna move from that tree. Okay, all in all, guys, that fencing project went good. We're not 100% complete, but with the new fence we are. So I'm gonna end it here for part 2. There's gonna be a part 3 and part 4. It won't be labeled part 3 and part 4, but it'll be under entrance, something along those lines, because like I said, we still have the arch to make. We got to fix that little bit of fence right there, which I might do that tonight with the fam. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. This was part 2, day 11. We got a lot more to go, a lot more planned, a lot more projects. Hopefully it cools down a little bit. Look at that, my truck says 117. Granted, I have a black truck, so it's not 100% accurate, but still, that is hot. All right, guys, I'm gonna quit rambling. Thanks for watching part 2. Be prepared for another video tomorrow. We're gonna get into some more stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.